Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Um, it's not as cold as it looks. I've just been, when I got back from the market this morning, it was cloudy and I've just been lazing around the house, and it's been raining a little bit this afternoon. So when you're not moving around all that much, it gets a little bit chilly up here. I wanted to talk a little bit today about like just simply doing this raw vegan lifestyle. I get questions from a lot of different places, or I see questions come across, whether it's online, whether they're asked directly to me, or I'll get emails and I'll get comments here that sometimes get down into the depths and the details, and asking what I call theory to me, theory versus practice. I get theoretical questions, and I get theoretical, especially when I get theoretical questions that are totally outside of how I do things or what I do. I'm kind of like, I don't really know. I'm not very, as I've told you guys before, I'm not great on explaining the science and stuff, because I just don't have the retention. I understand the science. If we sit down and I got a little prompting in front of me, I understand it. I can discuss it in an intelligent manner, but I just can't regurgitate that stuff. And in some ways, I'm just not all that interested in it. I think everybody just wants to complicate this, and I see it. I kind of read it in the things that people say out there, in the struggles they're going through, and in the questions they ask, and in comments they make, whether they're to me or other people. Everybody is doing this thing from a theoretical standpoint. You're not really feeling it. You're not really just letting it be and just doing it, just letting it flow. And that's the only way I really know how to do it. I don't know how to get real down into I can come up with recipes, I can talk about the science a little bit, but in the end, I've always said this channel is just kind of like my science experiment, and I just film it so people can see how it's going, and draw your own conclusions. I don't preach a lot. I don't tell you, okay, you should do this one instead of that one. You draw your own conclusions. But what I'm doing is working for me, and I think by not overthinking this thing and not always, worrying about learning the next recipe, or, always too much about arguing on the minute details or things, I'm just eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and I kind of pay more attention to the big picture. Always goes back to that theory of, in the book Whole by T. Colin Campbell, about I just don't focus on these little specifics. I'll see 3-day discussions just breaking down the most minute point of this lifestyle, and I'm like, I just don't really care. To me, it's very simple. It's a very simple and a very basic way of eating, or it is the way I do it anyway. And I would say try to do it the same way yourself and see if that just doesn't make it a lot easier to you. Now, of course, I live in the tropics, so when I say that, I know you're not going to get the same kind of, you're not going to have the variety of fruit that I do. You're not going to have the quantity available to you. I mean, I got fruit year round, but still, with working with what you have in your life, in your area, in your circumstances, use the same philosophy. Don't get so simplify and do the most basic form of raw veganism that you can where you're living. Okay, yeah, you may not be getting mangoes every week year round. You may not be getting pineapple. Just a few of the things I got today, but bananas, apples, cherries, persimmons right now in a lot of places. I don't know, whatever the winter fruits are you have available. And like I say, it's always about just doing the best you can with your area. I mean, it's like sometimes I really, really get frustrated because I rack my brain, but when you're trying to be, and that's a focus, when you're trying to be fully raw in a place that doesn't have, a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, doesn't have a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables at a reasonable price for you. I mean, that's just tough. You've got a tall order there, other than spending buku money, and like going to the Whole Foods or whatever, if if you have that available to you, or making a plan to move somewhere, you just got to do the best you can do. And I would also always just say, keep it simple. Always do the simplest version of whatever you're trying to do. But that's it. I don't, sometimes I'm like, damn, dude, you're just a simpleton. You can't explain a whole lot. You're just like, it just is what it is. I mean, and even me trying to dive into my brain to explain it to somebody in a different way almost messes up my process, my way of being. It's just, I just eat fruit. I just simply eat fruit. It's not, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to go any further. I don't know how to complicate that or break it down any further than I eat fruit. If you want to know my day, let me just tell you my basic day. And this is a general, like 95% of the time up until dinner. Okay, things change at dinner, Sometimes I'll have a salad, sometimes I'll have zoodles, sometimes I'll have fat, sometimes I won't have fat. Sometimes I'll have a whole avocado for my fat, sometimes very little. Sometimes I splurge a little bit at dinner. But the daytime is almost carbon copy every single day. It's fruits and greens, fruits and greens. Nice whole fruits, which I've been eating a lot more the last 4 months. I'd kind of like slipped into that whole lot of banana and ice cream and a lot of mostly banana and ice cream and smoothies. Wasn't eating a whole lot of fruit before I moved up here to the mountain for a while. I mean, I was, but I just wasn't eating as much of it. I was just getting lazy, putting it in smoothies, making ice cream. Up here, been eating a lot more whole fruit. So, whole fruit, banana and ice cream, smoothies. That's my day. That is my day. There's every once in a while, sometimes on the weekend, I for some whatever reason, I'll decide to make my savory meal during the day. But 95% of the time, that's how my day goes. Today, typical day, Saturday, went to the market this morning. Well, now I do drink a little bit when I go to the market. I got 32 ounces of orange juice when I first got to the market this morning and drank that while I was walking around getting stuff. Came back to, and I had like a glass, like about 16 ounces of sugarcane juice. Came back to the house, had banana and ice cream with some cacao nibs on it for breakfast number one. Let that sit for a little while, and then I had, just a little while ago, had a huge fruit bowl. I cut up a whole small pineapple, had 3 mangoes in there, had 3 bananas cut up in there. Now, it's probably, I would have liked to have gotten in a little bit more, but that's plenty for today. It's not like I'm going to be hurting on calories. I actually thought I would get a green smoothie in, but probably, as it's about 4 o'clock right now, I eat kind of early. I'll probably be easing towards a salad here in a little while. It's like 50-50. It's up in the air right now because I don't have that much to make salad a dressing with. So it may be a smoothie, could be a green smoothie, but I'm still leaning. I'm about 75-80% on the salad. But point being, my days, that's what my days are. They're simple. I don't know. When people say, well, what do you think about this in the morning for breakfast? Well, I don't know about this in the morning for breakfast because I don't eat that for breakfast. That's just not even in my realm. Fruit has always been in my realm for breakfast. That's just a given. So anything you're ever going to ask me about something other than fruit for breakfast, I'm not your guy because I don't know. I eat fruit for breakfast. Fruit, 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 fruit. Afternoon, usually, I'll start easing into the greens with that fruit. Today, I haven't had anything, just fruit so far up until about 4 o'clock. But yeah, fruit during the morning, switch over, add some greens in there in the afternoon, smoothies, another fruit bowl, mostly green smoothies in the afternoon, and then slide on into the night with just a nice big salad. If you keep yourself full enough, and that's the last thing I'll kind of finish off with here, is I'm getting in plenty of calories, so it keeps me going, and it's flawless. It's a flawless system I have. It really is. Okay, you get up. I would probably reverse what I did this morning just because, but I had already had some liquid in me, so that's neither here nor there. But say I got up and ate that big fruit bowl. That fruit bowl had to have been close to 1,000 calories. Okay, let's say midday I had that banana and ice cream. probably close to 1,000 calories too, if not a little bit over 1,000 calories. You add my 32 ounces of juice in there, blah, 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 you know, and I'm full. I'm full. You stay full. You just eat the simple foods. You keep yourself full. You don't let yourself get hungry. You keep good stuff around the house. Come on, folks. It's a simple lifestyle. Do not complicate this lifestyle. If you complicate this lifestyle, don't try to do this lifestyle, because I don't see anybody succeeding that's making it complicated. Just like what was it, Nike that just said that? Just do it. Just do it. Anyhow, hope you guys like this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. Love you guys. Peace.